Hi, hello. Today we're going to be looking at Interstellar Marines, a sci-fi first-person shooter, which is currently in early access, has been for a good 2 years now, I think. It was slated to come out last year, but I guess it obviously didn't. But from the looks of it, I've played a decent few hours of it. It seems pretty polished, you know. I can't imagine it's going to take that much longer to finish, but it's certainly lacking visual content. So I just jumped into one of the single player scenarios, sort of like a challenge mode that you can also do co-op. There was like about 4 or 5 of them that just seemed to be like random, like I said, challenge modes with no particular story context or whatever, that you can just do. And this one is basically I have to kill all 35 enemies on the map without dying, obviously. And I only have 1 life to do so, which is pretty tricky. Oh. All the enemies, or at least everyone I've fought has been like a robot. They call them like combat droids or something. And I don't know if there's actually any... You're very fragile, so cautious not to die. So I'm not sure if there's any like non-robot enemies like humans or whatever. And outside of multiplayer. So I tried this before and I probably killed about 5 and then died because you are extremely fragile. It kind of reminds me of the Rainbow Six games, or quite a lot of the Tom Clancy games, I guess actually, but particularly the Rainbow Six ones, in that you are extremely fragile, but so are the enemy. So it's kind of like a, you know, it's a nice balance, but it's extremely, I wouldn't say punishing, but it's tough. You know, if you get caught off guard, then you're probably gonna die. They've been sort of calling it a tactical shooter, which is pretty fair, I think. There's certainly a lot of elements of tactics to it. I mean, I have found myself dying, like I said, a number of times, just due to being careless or being caught out or whatever. Oh, looking at the Steam page, the developers seem to claim that. And there's another one. Come on. Oh, okay. I bet there's one right down the stone. There he is. You can hear the fuckers. I'm getting haunted by these robot legs. Oh, they're everywhere. Ah! Ah! What? There. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. So yeah, so you die pretty quick if you let it. So we'll just hop out of there. I was just messing around there beforehand. That was the play. Actually, no, that was the single player mode. Actually, that was Stronghold. That was one of these there's 5 at the moment. There's one of these like challenge modes, and these are the actual story missions that. We'll just jump into that one, I guess. The first one was like a tutorial training mission. This one's the first, what it seems to be the first story mission that there is. The story mode seems weird, but I think that's the part that's not complete, as far as I can tell from what I read on the Steam page. It seems that they have a lot of work to do. They have a lot of ambitions to do like a fully fledged single player, which it would obviously work quite well, but with this kind of game. But there is shit. Ah. Shit. But yeah, it's very limited at the moment. There's not a lot of actual story. It's more just I did this one before. This kind of feels like an extended scenario of like similar to what I was doing before, where I have to infiltrate this base and obtain, you know, an item or whatever, or just survival. Oh, what the hell happened to you? What? Okay. but I'm sure they'll flesh it out a bit more. And they were talking about like RPG mechanics and stuff that they want to add in, which, as far as I'm aware, isn't in this game at all yet. So maybe it does have quite a long way to come. But I really like it so far from what I played. I mean, obviously it looks incredible. I think it looks really nice and some really nice light effects. And it's actually, generally running okay. But obviously I'm recording now, so the performance is taking a bit of a hit. Oh no, got rid. And like I said, it's pretty polished. Mechanically, I think the shooting feels pretty good, and technically it's quite, where is it? Quite well polished. I'm very anxious not to die, because if I do die, they will restart me at the beginning of the level. Where did that fucker go? Ah. As far as I'm aware, they will start sending reinforcements if you... I don't know if it's just if you kill enough or if you let them live, that they will start calling reinforcements. It's not what we want. Oh my god, they're over. I didn't do the second mission, but I read the description. It seemed to have more of a story than this one. This was kind of like... This seems like an extended tutorial kind of thing. We're like trying to test the security measures of this outpost or whatever, this base. By infiltrating it, but the second one was like... I mean, I don't know the background of this game or the lore or whatever, but it seems like you were almost like mercenaries from the description I read. It was like you were being hired out to do a certain job or whatever, which that could be a pretty interesting thing to say. Oh god. If they fledge that into a, you know, proper campaign and stuff. And obviously, all these missions can be done co-op. I'm not sure. I think the max players is 4, or at least that's what it was in the server browser. But you can do every single one of these missions and the scenarios with up to 4 players at the moment, or just doing your other stuff now. I did this before. You gotta find a key card. Is that it? No. That looks for... yeah, there it is.
This key card gives you access to the officer's building.
Yeah, another thing they were kind of... I wouldn't say glowing, that sounds a bit arrogant, but they were trying to big up was the open-ended nature of the single player, which is definitely true. But as you say, I just picked up an officer's key which I needed, and it wasn't indicated at all, which is, you know, that's fine, obviously, but it can be a bit obtuse. Can be a bit obtuse to find out where you have to go and what you need to do. But I guess it is all just a matter of exploration. They seem to be very keen to hammer that home. And then I had to get this key.
Card gives you access to the security building.
There doesn't seem to be a lot of weapons. I'm not sure. Like every time I've gone into a mission or multiplayer, it's given me this weapon, this short range assault rifle, and this longer range one with a kind of scope on it. Both for which you can attach and detach silencers or use this flashlight or whatever. But it doesn't seem like there are many weapons. And I think I actually read that as one of the complaints in many of the Steam reviews was that the, you know, for how much this focuses on like, you know, advanced tactics and like realism stuff, there's really not a lot of weaponry. But maybe I'll add that later. You know, you never know. So I'm not entirely sure where it wants me to go now. That's about as far as I got before. Was I found the key and then I found the second key card. Oh. I don't know if you saw that. That seemed like a visual bug. I've had a couple of those. Like I was saying before, it runs quite well and it looks great. But I've definitely had some pretty frequent bugs happening. Some visual bugs and some more drastic game breaking stuff. Like the first multiplayer game I went into, talk about great first impressions. It was like as soon as I went in, I went up some stairs and just fell through the map, and I was just underneath the map and I had to reload, rejoin the server. But that hasn't happened again. That was a one-time thing. But still, that's a pretty obscure bug to have. I went down here last time. But I can't. Wow, this is kind of what I mean by it being kind of obtuse. Also, that is really annoying. Alright, buddy, we get it. Come on. Alright, come on. Taking it personally. I might just hop out here into another scenario, or maybe have a look at the multiplayer after this. Because if we can't seem to. Oh, okay, this is open now, actually. Okay, that wasn't open before. There's a row behind me. Okay. Boo. Mirrors don't work. What is this? What video game is this? Duke Nukem can do it. What can you? Oh, there are about 18 robots up there. And my guy's breathing out. Oh. Okay, so I just got an achievement for level up. I was going to mention that every time I'm killing them, I'm getting, as you can see, training points at the bottom TP, and that is going towards some sort of rank. But I have no idea what that means. That doesn't seem to give you anything. Doesn't seem to unlock anything. I think that might just be, might just purely be. Okay, there we go. Like an indication of skill or something, or maybe they gate content based on how many training points you've got. I have no idea. I wish he'd stop breathing. He's really doing my head in. I'll stand still, maybe he'll give it a rest. Got a weapon sweat, that's a big Xander, isn't it? You're having a fit, calm down. This is really just done. I'm just gonna wait. But yeah, like I said, it's pretty promising so far. I like what I've played of it at least. Obviously, they've got a long way to go with some of the bugs and with some of the gameplay stuff. And obviously, like I said, the story mode seems kind of ambitious. Which, violent receptions, which could be a really cool thing if they get it sorted. But oh. Well, it can be a bit obtuse at times. I'm really liking the. Oh shit! But like I said, the Rainbow Six style tactical gameplay certainly has a lot of tension. Also, I think I saw in the Steam page that they call this an atmospheric sci-fi shooter, so maybe we're gonna get some sick spooks. I haven't seen it yet. I really wish he'd stop breathing now, because he's really doing my head in there. Okay, apparently that's where we want to go. Basement key.
This key card grants you access to the vault inside the research labs below.
Uh-oh. Don't like any part of this. Apparently I'm trying to get to the vaults below me. Which... robots don't need toilets. Why would robots have these toilets? Maybe it's not the robots that live here. There must be a way to get down. I think that obnoxious breathing is making me sprint slower. Or not sprint to full effect, I should say. Ah! Gotta be quick on the draw with those things. Yeah, I'm not messing around. If you don't kill them, they certainly kill you. Aha! This must be it. Yeah, this looks like a vault. It's like classic Fallout vault. Obviously, in multiplayer, you don't die that quickly. Players don't die that quickly, but you still die pretty. Oh shoot! You still die pretty quickly. God damn it! Fuck. I was hoping to see what would happen with that. Anyway, it'll reset us to the start of the mission, so let's not do that again. Instead, we won't look at that just yet. Let's have a look at. Let's hop into a multiplayer game. Let's get some low ping going. Let's jump that one. EU deadlock, sure, why not? Oh no, player slots are full. There you go. I've played a fair amount of the multiplayer. I did kind of like it. It's as far as I'm aware, there is this only the one mode, which is kind of like this. I don't know what you'd really call it, like conquest from Battlefield, or maybe like domination from Call of Duty. Depends what your preference is, I guess. Oh shoot! Okay. Good start. Also worth noting that it's like Counter-Strike, so it's like round based. So if you die, you have to wait for the round to end. Which I mean, that kind of makes sense for this guy's freaking the fuck out. I don't know what's going on. Which I don't mind because I've played full, so I kind of strike, but I know some people don't like that, which is fair enough, honestly. Right. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen, you know, there's certainly not any loadouts and you don't pick weapons up on the map. Everyone does seem to have these two weapons, and that guy is... What's that guy inside the map? So maybe there are just the two weapons, but that'd be kind of disappointing if that was the case.
Your team is losing.
Maybe it's not round based. You really have to wait 2 minutes. Oh my god. Last Marine standing respawns teammate on kill. Okay. That's okay. I didn't see that. So I guess it's that, or you wait 2 minutes. So fuck. Or that happens. Let's see if we can actually survive this time. I'm sure that's fun watching me just die instantly. You can also press G and you can attach this laser sight, which obviously is useful, but they can see you coming around corners pretty easily, so I'd like to have it off generally. Or I found that it's a hindrance having it on at least. I've certainly seen plenty of people come around corners because of that and killed them. Ooh. See, like that, you can. That was oh fuck. That was a teammate, but I think if I wait, a teammate can revive me, but they probably won't. This is just gonna be me being really bad. You know what? Let's hop into another game. Maybe one where we're not dead. Yeah, all these servers are really high ping. Okay.
You are the last Marine standing. Kill or capture to bring back a team member.
Oh, okay, I didn't know she said that I can kill or capture a point to revive a teammate, which is
Your
nice.
team is losing.
I gotta kill myself. Fuck. It's terrifying though, because when you take damage, your HUD fades for a bit, and you can't see anything. Which is really spooky.
Enabled.
Maybe that's where the atmospheric stuff comes from. It sure speaks the hell out of money. Oh, shoot. Okay, nope, but shit. Fuck. Yeah, like, kind of reminds me of the Rainbow Six multiplayer in that way as well, in which you die immediately. Okay. I mean, I'm getting absolutely. Well, that's great. That's,
Minutes remaining.
good stuff. Get killed by a teammate when we spawn. Yeah. Oh. Are we gonna have to join another server? I just joined the same server. I have been enjoying my time. That's what I was going to say. I have been enjoying my time with this, even though I have been getting absolutely destroyed. This game seems hard. Yeah, they didn't seem to indicate any sort of time frame for the game actually being released and coming out of early access. They certainly make it seem like it's not far off. Hopefully this year, but you know, like I said, they've still got some work to do on the campaign, and I hope they add more weapons and stuff. Maybe, you know, I don't want to criticize the game if it's not actually a problem, but as far as I'm aware, I don't want to die. As far as I'm aware, this is the only mode in multiplayer, which isn't great, obviously. I mean, it's fine. You don't have to have multiple modes, but it would be nice to have the option. I guess this game isn't really suitable for sort of just like a classic team deathmatch or something. Or maybe a free-for-all would work, I don't know. But it kind of seems a bit thin with just the one mode. But it does kind of depend on how they what they do with the single player. Also, I'm not sure what you can do with server stuff. Like, I haven't tried to make a server or anything. We might look at that before the end. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can make a server. I don't know if you can. Sorry, I don't know if you can change the rules or, you know, get rid of the limited life stuff, or you know, I don't know. Probably not. This seems like a pretty, I say hardcore, you know, no other word for it, but hardcore game, you know. Capture some of these points. Okay, so that will work. Yeah, like I said, really, some really nice light effects. Like, I can get that light again on the like the light on the windscreen. Yeah, it's kind of, it's a nice effect. They do light and dark really nice. Yeah, should have seen that coming. That's probably enough of me just getting destroyed on multiplayer. See if I can make a server. If you need to, preferences, shuffle servers, difficulty all multiplayer. We probably can't, to be honest. Let's jump into another one of these. Let's try that one. Because I haven't tried that one. Another one of these single player scenarios, because they seem kind of interesting. Oh, those robots are kind of creepy. They just sprint at you, they don't have weapons. Oh, I hope it's not all those.
open more areas.
Is that what a lot of these single player things are going to be? Because that would be kind of... I'd be at this point if that was all that you really do with a single player, was just go to an area, kill everything, or you know, find key cards to move on. Kind of feels like old school FPS design. It's like kind of the way you play Doom and stuff, which is kind of a weird throwback first kind of game, but like I said, I don't think actually you have like a fully fledged story or anything. You know, I don't think it's gonna be characters and a plot and whatever. What was it if it's just gonna be this kind of stuff? It would certainly be disappointing if they didn't do much with it, because there's a lot of potential here. Oh my God, these robots are really spooking me out. Really not sure, like I said, what those ranks do and what they indicate. Well, I mean, I think I mentioned before they were talking about adding or wanting to add like some sort of RPG progression into it. So I mean, if they're talking about that, maybe it is really early. I don't know, most of this video. Spooking me out. Most of this video has been me just speculating on when the hell this game's gonna come out, but I really like, you know, I really can't stress it enough. I really like the core of this. It's what they do with it that would make it or break it for me. Because this is, you know, it looks incredible. It runs well. It plays well.
Only auxiliary systems are working. Reroute energy in the nearest to provide power to the central elevator.
Sorry. And obviously the multiplayer's fun and stuff, but I don't know if I would be interested in playing it that much if, you know, didn't have a solid single player to lean on. Okay, I can see where they got the atmospheric thing from, because this is kind of spooky. Well, yeah, there's definitely a lot of potential for them to do a lot of stuff with, even with this kind of like, not necessarily survival horror, but kind of horror themed stuff, like atmospheric stuff. Maybe they got, I don't know if they got, you know, plans to make some kind of horror themed single player or story mode or co-op or whatever to do with it. Or I don't know, maybe they could, you know, they could kind of go one of two ways with it, which is, you know, they do a fairly long campaign, fairly standard length, which is like a mixture of me being spooked, mixture of this kind of atmospheric horror type stuff with like more action oriented stuff that I've done before, or maybe have two separate campaigns, one that's focused on the horror, one that's focused on the you know, I say horror, I kind of just mean the atmosphere and stuff, and one that's focused on the action, because this game seems to excel at both, but those things don't necessarily go hand in hand, or at least when they do, they tend to hinder one another. I find so you have oh boy, back to reload though. Where is it? That's where you have stuff like Amnesia and Outlast that have no combat, just focus on the horror. I mean, I really shouldn't be liking this still horror game, because it's obviously not. But, you know, it has aspects of the atmosphere and stuff. Oh, we're crawling to a vent, yeah. This always ends well. At least the alarm went off. I mean, yeah, like, look at that lighting. That's pretty... And the shadow work, and, like, yeah. That's really... fucking wrong. Obviously, I showed it and to explain how, you know, good lighting, good shadows, and even just strong visuals can really, you know, aid or even build an atmosphere. Oh, these fuckers. Seem to have unlimited ammo, which is kind of nice. There's no, like, obviously I have clips, but they never seem to be. I never seem to run out of ammo, which is nice. Even in the multiplayer, it seems that you've just got clips that need reloading. That's it. Which I'm kind of on two minds of, to be honest. Which, on the one hand, that guy needs to die. I don't really need to die. Yeah, he needs to die. Fuck, this game's good. Ah, damn, this is really... yeah, sorry, on the one hand, I like the idea of having infinite ammo. You know, it always just seems like ammo is like just a pointless obstacle in games. In games like this, like, there's no reason. You know, I don't mind reloading as a feature because it's kind of like a tactical consideration. You know, you're giving up shooting to reload, and you're vulnerable in that time and stuff. But it just feels like in some games anyway, ammo kind of seems like a limited pool of ammo, I should say. It seems like a kind of pointless thing to have. But on the other hand, this game seems to value realism and, like, you know, advanced tactical stuff. So the idea of it having unlimited ammo is also kind of weird. So I don't really know, but hey, you know, early access, who knows? Maybe that's early access thing. Maybe in the finished game you will have limited ammo. So now we got the robots with that's what happened to me before. Now we got the robots with guns. The robots with guns are fighting the other robots, so maybe there's like some crazy robot warlord. Robot Warlord's my favourite rapper. Oh god, there we go. I'd love to be able to finish this mission because yeah, jinx it. Yeah, great, good stuff. I was gonna say I'd love to be able to complete this mission because I have no idea what happens when you finish a mission. Oh, that was a pretty good one. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to enjoy that so much. I hadn't seen the kind of, you know, I'm not going to keep babbling on about the horror, but yeah, it does restart, so we're not going to do that again, but I wasn't expecting to see the kind of atmospheric stuff be quite so effective. I kind of expected to overlook that, to be honest, but that's good. If, you know, I kind of think that actually, I'm just going to hop to a multi-game, not play again, while I just ramble on. That one's full, that one's full. We don't want to go to Australia. That's like, they don't necessarily need, I don't know. Like, I think obviously a full single player campaign would be nice, but they don't really need it if they're just going to fill the game with scenarios like that, I think. 'cause, you know, there isn't any narrative in that scenario, so to speak, or not much anyway. It kind of tells its own story, and it's interesting enough on its own. So if they, I don't know, if they kind of fill the game full of that, that would probably be fine, you know. If they're all varied and interesting enough and stuff, you know. Because that was. Because, you know, that was oh, I'm dying, and I'm the last man standing. That mission was very different from the last one I did, which is obviously a lot more action focused. I don't know. Again. Yeah, that was bound to happen. Anyway, that's Interstellar Marines, I guess. I'm pretty sure it's only on the PC. It's not yet finished, so maybe once it comes out, they'll think about other consoles and stuff. But as far as I'm aware, they're only planning for the PC. So that is early access. Anyway, that's about £15, $20. It's currently on sale at the moment. If you catch it within this week, it's 75% off, which is obviously actually no, it's 66% off. I think. Sorry, and it's free to play for the week. So get on that while you can, because that's what I did. So yeah, Interstellar Marines, check it out. It's pretty cool.